You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, please share this video, support your boy, support good content at all times. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at BoxWithG5 Jeff TV, that's BOXWIT G5 Jeff TV, and if you guys don't mind, hit the bell icon so you can be notified when I drop that heat. Now this is the official breakdown and prediction video for my main man, Adrien the Problem Broner, going up against Jessie Vargas, April 21st, 2018, Barclays Center, New York City, main event going down. Now, this fight is basically a replacement fight for Adrien Broner and Omar Figueroa. Omar Figueroa had a hand injury and ended up dropping out of the fight, and the backup plan was Jessie Vargas. Really good backup plan. Now, this fight is at a catch weight of 144 pounds, and y'all know how I do when it comes down to prediction videos. Now, when it comes down to prediction videos, I am officially 13 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw in my career when it comes down to prediction videos. So I'm a little bit legit right now. So y'all need to sit back, crack a bottle open, and listen to what I gotta say on this one. Now, I'm gonna go about the prediction video a little bit different than others. Usually I'll break down both guys, and then I'll come up with some scenarios, and then I'll give you my prediction. Because this is my main man, Adrien the Problem Broner, I'm going to go about this a little bit different. I'm going to cover Adrien Broner a little bit, but I'm going to cover Jessie Vargas a lot. Because I think, even though people may say that Adrien Broner is the one with all the questions, I actually think it's the opposite. And I'm going to definitely explain why. But let me break down Adrien Broner first. Adrien Broner, 4-time world champion, 4 weight divisions. And he's coming off of a loss against Mikey Garcia. He has a total of 3 losses in his career. Chino Maidana, Sean Porter, and Mikey Garcia. All 3 of them are really good fighters. And whether you love Adrien Broner, you hate Adrien Broner, he will strap up them boots and he'll go to war with anybody. And that's what I love about AB, and that's what I respect about AB. Now, I'm not going to get into all of the outside of the ring stuff and the trouble and all of that. All of that is well documented. We're going to focus on AB inside of the ring, the fighter. Now, he's training with Kevin Cunningham, and that's the trainer for Devin Alexander, longtime trainer of Devin Alexander, and he's done a great job with Devin Alexander. Now, Kevin Cunningham has been in Adrien Broner's corner before, but never as the main guy. So he's going to be the main guy in Adrien Broner's corner, and I feel like Kevin Cunningham is going to bring a certain level of discipline to Adrien Broner during the fight. Mike Stafford, the former coach, he was a good coach, but he's been around Adrien Broner all of his life, and I think sometimes you just have to have a different ear, a different, just a different voice in your ear. It may be the same exact message, but with it coming from a different voice, it may be a different result. And I think him going over to Kevin Cunningham, getting out of Cincinnati, going to Florida is a great look. I think it's a great look for Adrien Broner. Number 2, he's training alongside Gervonta Tank Davis. And Tank Davis, young dude, undefeated, 130 pounds, under Floyd Mayweather and TMT. But Gervonta Davis also is training under Kevin Cunningham. So those two training together, it's an iron sharpen iron situation. another good situation for Adrien the Problem Broner, because there's something called friendly competition, and you can believe them two are having friendly competition. Both of those guys fighting on the same night on the same card. They definitely want to both come out with victories and both want to look impressive because of the quote unquote friendly competition. Now, Adrien Broner, the reason why I said there's not as many questions with Adrien Broner is because we know what it is with Adrien Broner. This is a must win fight. Like, when I say AB gotta win this fight, like, he gotta win this fight. And I'm not speaking in terms of his career is over if he loses and this, that, and the third. I mean from a financial standpoint. From a financial standpoint. If he loses this fight, nobody's going to pay top dollar for somebody that's losing all the time. This would be his fourth loss, second consecutive loss. AB can't afford this loss. Point blank, period. Like, this is a do or die fight from a financial standpoint and a marketing standpoint for AB. So he's definitely got to get this done. And with AB, the reason why there's no questions about AB as far as I'm concerned as a fighter is because you don't know what AB is going to show up as a fighter. You don't know. But there's no question about that you don't know. He has consistently not been consistent inside of the ring, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, there's fights in the past where he's looked extremely sharp. There's fights in the past where, I mean, he looked like God's gift to boxing. And there's been other fights where he just looks bad. He don't pull the trigger. He's not throwing punches. He's letting guys get 5-6 punch combinations off, and he's not doing anything about it. I mean, he's consistently inconsistent in the ring. So who knows what Adrien Broner we're going to see April 21st. Now, the one thing that we do know about Adrien Broner is there is a blueprint to beat Adrien Broner. And it has to be these combination of things. It can't be separate. And nothing could be left out. It has to be this combination of things. Number one, you have to have power. You have to have power to beat Adrien Broner. You have to have some pop, some smoke on them punches. Number two, you have to throw in volume. You have to throw in volume. And number three, you have to be at least defensively responsible. You have to have those three. Again, you have to have smoke on them punches, you have to have volume, and you have to be at least defensively responsible. Those three. That's the blueprint to beat Adrien the Problem Broner. It's been proven already. It's been proven already with the 3 losses that he has. And the 3 guys that gave him the losses, if you listen to the 3 criterias that I have to beat Adrien Broner, those fighters have those things. And yes, Chino Maidana is defensively responsible. He's not the best defensive fighter in the world, but he is defensively responsible. If you watch those Floyd Mayweather fights, he was making Floyd Mayweather miss a lot of shots. So that's the game plan to beat Adrien the Problem Broner. Now, let's get to Jessie Vargas. So since we don't know what Adrien Broner is going to show up, we do know what it takes to beat Adrien Broner. So the question in this prediction video is, Jessie Vargas, does he have what it takes to follow that blueprint to beat Adrien the Problem Broner? And if he doesn't, does he have the tools to create a new way to beat Adrien the Problem Broner? Because as much pressure as it is on Broner in this fight, Broner is the more accomplished fighter. 4-time, 4-division weight champion. In the past, there was talks about him being the next Floyd, the next guy to take over boxing. Jessie Vargas is a former champion at 147 pounds. Now, Jessie Vargas is a good fighter. He's a good fighter. And I'm going to break down Jessie Vargas in terms of the criteria that's needed to beat Adrien the Problem Broner, the blueprint. You look at power. Does Jessie Vargas have the power to get Adrien Broner's respect? Now, going by the numbers, you would say no, because he's 28-2 with only 10 KOs in his 28 wins. So going by the numbers, I would say he probably doesn't have the power. Now, Jessie Vargas' best victory is against Saddam Ali, who was a champion at 154 pounds. And Jessie Vargas looked like a new man in there against Saddam Ali. And it seemed like Saddam Ali couldn't take the punches of Jessie Vargas in that fight. Also, against Manny Pacquiao, he fought a solid fight, but he was just outskilled, outgunned in that fight. But the fight that I'm looking at the most is the fight against Tim Bradley. Now, he hurt Tim Bradley in the 12th round of that fight for the last maybe 10-15 seconds, and there was some confusion. And Tim Bradley made it through the round and got the decision. Now, Jessie Vargas was getting schooled and getting his ass whipped by Tim Bradley that entire fight, and that last 20 seconds of that fight saved Jessie Vargas from a quote-unquote terrible performance. So those are the few times that I've seen Jessie Vargas actually put something on a fighter and actually hurt a fighter. The Saddam Ali fight and the Tim Bradley fight late. But just based off of my film study, I don't think Jessie Vargas has the power to get Adrien Broner's respect. So I don't think he has the power to follow the blueprint. Number 2, volume. Again, I'm going to go back to the Tim Bradley fight. He showed very little volume, wasn't letting his hands go. Against the Manny Pacquiao, in a Manny Pacquiao fight, he threw an average amount of punches, but he wasn't letting his hands go against Manny either. But I do understand it's Manny, so it's kind of hard to let your hands go against Manny. Now, Jessie Vargas and Adrien Broner, they do have a common opponent, and that's Khabib Alakverdiev. And Adrien Broner beat the brakes off of Khabib. And Jessie Vargas actually won his title from Khabib Alakverdiev a couple years back. And you can argue that Khabib actually won that fight against Jessie Vargas. And that was another fight where Jessie really didn't let them hands go. So based off of my film study, Jessie Vargas doesn't have the volume to really execute the blueprint to beat Adrien the Problem Broner. Now, the third is defensively responsible. Now, Jessie Vargas is definitely defensively responsible. He is technically well schooled. Jessie Vargas is technically well schooled. So he's definitely defensively responsible, and Adrien Broner is going to have to put his punches together and really be smart in this fight to hit Jessie Vargas on a consistent basis, and I will definitely give Jessie Vargas that credit. I like Jessie Vargas. Jessie Vargas' best victory, I guess you could say, is Saddam Ali and maybe Khabib Alakverdiev, but I thought he lost that fight. He's going up against Tim Bradley. He's going up against Manny Pacquiao. He's going up against some great fighters, so he's not going to go into this fight nervous at all. Now, based off of what I'm seeing, Jessie Vargas doesn't have the tools in the toolbox to follow the proven blueprint to beat Adrien the Problem Broner. So the question is really, can Jessie Vargas beat Adrien the Problem Broner using his own way, in his own style, and basically create a new blueprint to beat Adrien the Problem Broner? And I'm big on this blueprint thing because you can't separate the three, because Adrien Broner has fought guys that has volume but don't have no power. Adrien Broner fought Adrian Granados. He's very active. you know, but he's not necessarily defensively responsible, and he doesn't have power, so he beat Adrien Granados. Paulie Malignaggi, he's very active with his punches, but he doesn't have any power, but he's also defensively responsible and he moves in the ring. But it wasn't a combination of all three, so he beat Paulie Malignaggi. So is Jessie Vargas skilled enough to create his own blueprint to beat Adrien the Problem Broner, whichever Adrien Broner walks into the ring at the Barclays Center on April 21st? Now, I said all of that to say this. My official prediction for this fight is that Adrien the Problem Broner will defeat Jessie Vargas in a unanimous decision. I think with him switching over to Kevin Cunningham, with him having all of the pressure in the world as a fighter in this fight, I think along with Adrien Problem knowing that that money's going to get lower if he loses this fight, I think Adrien Broner, I'm taking a chance with this one, but I think Adrien Broner is going to step up to the plate, and I think he's going to not only beat Jessie Vargas, but I think he's going to look the best that he's looked in quite a while. Now, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section about that. Who do y'all have in this fight, Adrien the Problem Broner or Jessie Vargas? Again, I am 13-1 with one draw in prediction videos, so get with me. G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy, support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.